What's up, Fighting Illini fans? I'm Ryan Baker. Welcome to Oskee 15 Inside Illinois Football. We are counting down the days until the team reports to campus and heads up to Camp Rantoul to begin preparations for the 2015 season and the kickoff on Friday night, September 4th against Kent State, right behind me at Memorial Stadium. Of course, the journey towards this upcoming season began way back in the spring, which was filled with renewed optimism after a return to postseason play in the Heart of Dallas Bowl. Let's get today's show started, taking you back to take a look at some of those spring workouts.
58 degrees, 13-mile-an-hour wind, and we are ready to get underway in the 2014 Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl here from the historic Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Little reverse, here we go, Mike Dudek. We knew they were going to do some of this stuff here today, and Dudek across the 40, 45, Mike Dudek, the speedy true freshman, down the sideline, and take it down inside the 25. Little tool over the middle on a second down and 4 play, finds John Davis, and Davis goes in for the touchdown. Martin now, Blake Martin breaks free. Martin for the touchdown.
Illinois battled back, but just couldn't quite get it done, and we talked about those missed opportunities.
I'm a positive guy. I'm not going to dwell on negatives. We know what the negatives are. We've got to fix those negatives to get better. So, our football team realizes what we have to do to make sure that next year when we're in a bowl game that we are victorious. But we're going to dwell on some of the positives. And as I said, they'll be back on January 19th, and we'll get started on January 20th.
We had a great winter workouts and going into spring.
Get him running, get him running, get him running. Jump on him. Good. Run out of it.
Bring the rain, competition. That's what we need, because it's a lot of competition, see who's the best. Let's bring it. How we going after it? My brothers, how we going after it? We are brothers off the field. When it's on the field, it's time to go. It's time to rise. We have to compete to make ourselves better. In the defense, we need the offense. The offense need us. So we have to compete to make ourselves better. Every day, getting better every day. It's easy to show up the first few days, energetic, flying around, things like that. But once you get into the end of spring ball or the last 2 weeks of winter conditioning, when it becomes a grind, and it's the same thing over and over again, you guys tend to lack. But that didn't happen this year, and I think it's a credit to our leadership, but credit to everyone as a whole.
If I go out of town, I get workouts in. I kind of live the motto, no days off, and always working while someone else is relaxing or chilling. And then we come back here June 7th and get back at it with my teammates.
We definitely spent more time in the weight room. I think you could see that with our offensive linemen and big boys, D-line, and they've gotten a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and I think that's been good for our team.
I think that the O and the D are both way more serious than last year. I think our defense is a veteran group. I don't know what the stats are, but maybe one of the more veteran groups in the Big Ten.
We're expecting, again, great leadership. We're expecting, great performance, and we're setting high standards, really high standards for the guys this spring.
I think one thing right now is that we're real excited about our opportunity of playing with the group that we have next year.
We got a group of guys right now that are really eager to get out on that field and really show how much they developed and really take this thing and run with it.
Oskee 15 Inside Illinois Football is brought to you by the Illini Shield Visa Rewards Card issued by the University of Illinois Employees Credit Union. When you are approved for a new Illini Shield card, $100 is donated to the iFund and you receive exclusive donor benefits. Visit IlliniCard.org to apply. Welcome back to Oskee 15 Inside Illinois Football. No player that head coach Tim Beckman has recruited has made quite the splash as Mikey Dudek. The diminutive Dudek exploded on the scene as a freshman with a record-setting rookie campaign. However, now he finds himself fighting his way back from a devastating injury. Dudek suffered a torn ACL during spring workouts, but as you'll see, he's attacking his rehab with the same relentless effort that he catches footballs on the field with, and he's working hard to get back on the field as soon as possible.
I remember the play like it was, a second ago. I remember seeing the call from Coach Cubitt, lining up and then running my route. It was just a little stick route. And then I heard my leg pop. And at that point there, I knew I tore it because my older brother, he tore his ACL too. And it was actually the same type of route I did. And he told me that he heard the pop. And when I was younger, I was like, you really didn't hear the pop. Like, there's no way. But then when I was out there, I heard it. The trainers came over and they felt around my knee a little. And at that point, I just knew. And it is tough because I knew that something so important to me was about to be taken away for a long time. So really, I just tried to continue to have a positive attitude.
The ACL usually tears in the mid-substance in young athletes like Mike, and that's what we saw. He had a little bit of bone bruising, meaning the knee shifts, and that kind of bangs on the joint a little bit. He had a small tear in his lateral meniscus, but it would be a very common tear, nothing unusual.
He's about 2 weeks out. The stuff we're doing is pretty basic, just trying to reactivate some muscles and try to keep the swelling down. And he's doing everything we ask of him, and he's ready to progress on to the next stage.
I mean, when you can't even lift your leg out of bed for a couple days, it's tough. I was out there doing what I love, every day, and it's just another play, just a freak injury. So, seeing that long road ahead, it sucks. It's got to be done, and it will be done.
I'm trying to take this whole thing day by day, and today's been a great day so far. Got the stitches out so I can see my scar. Finally, I could shower without having to wrap it. No more crutches. Got a smaller brace. So far today's been good.
These are what my days are usually like. Kind of boring.
We got back about four weeks ago. I feel great. I was doing a lot of rehab at home. Coming back here, sticking to that, rehabbing every single day. We have a great training staff here, great support system, so things are going great.
We're also looking to make sure that he's not having any setbacks either. Now's the time that as you start to do more, you can start seeing more pain, more of those sorts of things. So we just need to make sure that we control that. We're not pushing him too hard. He's not pushing himself too hard, and that we're able to make progress every day instead of maybe having some setbacks.
I know right now I'm about 9 weeks out of surgery, and things are looking great so far. But I don't want to hear any dates. I don't want to hear any how far along I am. I just want to take it day by day and get back to 100% as soon as I can.
The lifeblood of any college football program is recruiting. And this past February, Coach Beckman and his staff celebrated their highest-ranked class since coming here to Champaign. We'll show you what all the fuss was about as we recap 2015 signing day.
I think this is a huge class for our program. One, it's the biggest class we've had, and we feel like it's the deepest class we've had. Addressed just about every need we had offensively. Huge needs at running back and at tight end. Huge need on the O-line. We feel like we filled that with some unbelievable high school talent. We'll put up this high school class in the offensive line against anybody in the country, and obviously some immediate junior college guys there. And then defensively, filled some huge needs, and so we feel like it's the deepest class we've had. You know, put national rankings aside and all that, we feel like we got the right guys for our program. We feel like we attacked the right kids in our state and got the right kids from our state here, and then got some kids from secondary areas for us that we feel like we need to keep growing in and have always been good to us, which is South Florida and the East Coast, and our biggest push to get into Texas with getting 2 Texas guys that we feel are going to be huge instant impact guys for us. So we feel like it's a deep class that's going to be huge here. You know, a bunch of guys that we think can help us early and build some depth as we continue to build this program. We're finally in that position where these are kids that we have brought in that we've kind of been able to mold into what we want. You know, with the same beliefs and the same work ethic that we preach. So you add this group of 20-some players to what we already have here, and these kids that have bought in and have worked their tails off so far, we think the future is absolutely bright, and can't wait to get these guys here and get to working with them.
I'm Ryan Baker. Welcome back to Oskee 15 Inside Illinois Football. It seems like it was just yesterday when we were watching the orange and blue line up for their annual spring scrimmage. Now it's time to pack it up and head to Camp Rantoul and hunker down and get ready for the 2015 season. It's been nonstop ever since, with summer school, summer workouts, and oh yeah, the kids actually got a chance to enjoy a little bit of their summer going back home to get some of mom's cooking. They're gonna need it as they get ready for those tough training camp practices. Well, a pair of Illini seniors experienced a win at Memorial Stadium, which will change their lives forever. Viangelo Bentley and Teddy Karras are now graduates of the University of Illinois.
Here's a flip to Taylor. 25-20, he might go on this one. It is going to be a touchdown for the Orange. Here is Crouch, he can run it. They haven't touched him yet. Down to the 35 before they get him. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's a great pass play down the left sideline, caught for a first down inside the 40. Johnson in the backfield, and an enemy gets the handoff, and he's free, and he might go, and he's going to score a touchdown. 43-yard gallop to the end zone. Here is Justin Hardy with a nice catch and another first down for the Orange. In the middle of the field to try to end the half with some points, and he got it. Deep right, and oh, nice catch. Now they're inside the 5-yard line. Caleb Day. Oh, pass play is caught at the 20, and it's going to be a touchdown. Crouch looking for Hardy. Does he have it? Touchdown. George, another completion. Leslie Poole with a catch.
Spring ball is done. Thank goodness. You got 3 weeks before finals, and it's the best 3 weeks of the year. The weather's good. The pool's open for a little bit. They can relax and be college kids for a little bit.
The Orange wins the spring game here at the University of Illinois.
I think we put on a good show on the spring game. I thought it was a good. I mean, Beck gave like 40 points to one team, but it looked good. It looked good. I rewatched it on the TV, and I think that the O and the D are both way more serious than last year. I think our defense is a veteran group. I think Wes is slinging it around well, and the O-line's protecting. And we feel good going into summer. Summer's huge, and we feel like we gained a little bit of momentum this spring.
Welcome to the 144th commencement exercises at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
It feels good. I don't think it's actually settled in and hit me yet, but I mean, I know that it's something that both of my parents wanted me to do, wanted to make sure I did before I tried to take that step onto the next level of football. I mean, it's a great moment for myself and my family. I know they're proud of me. It was important to me as far as being a leader, showing that, you know, you can do the classwork and still play football at the same time. So it's just for me to set the example, and I mean, that's what I try to do. I try to set the example.
My smile can't be even no bigger, you know. I'm happy, I'm elated. That dad, I feel it right here in my heart, you know.
Very, very proud. I've always told Viangelo, be the change you wish to see. And walking across the stage, it's a step in the right direction.
Cap, gown, Illinois blue. It's a great day. You know, we're going into summer right now. We're about to have a summer break, so I'll be in Cleveland. I train at Speed Strength with Tim Robertson. I kind of live the motto, no days off, and always working while someone else is relaxing or chilling. And then we come back here June 7th and get back at it with my teammates.
Every day of the week, we'll be in here. I know we'll lift probably 3 times a week, but more last year, we started to do more of team stuff outside, like going to the sand pits at the volleyball courts. Nothing brutal, but just something to try and, you know, perfect that craft.
As soon as we go in that weight room or we do conditioning, we're ready to go. We don't think about nothing else. We think about grinding for our brothers, blood, sweat, and tears. We out there to go to get it.
I think the biggest thing is not to waste any moment, not to waste a day. No off days, which will be hard. It's easy to talk about, and I think it's something that it'll be a great challenge. It'll probably be the biggest challenge of my life.
Each year, more and more guys are kind of noticing, like, this is what we need to do to get better, and it's going to be a very, very productive, good summer.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our first edition of Oskee 15 Inside Illinois Football. Coming up next week, we'll catch up with the versatile Viangelo Bentley and show you how the playmaker is making a real impact in the community. We'll also keep tabs on the rehab for Mikey Dudek as he works his way back from that torn ACL. And we'll show you how it's not all about football and sweating in the weight room for the guys, and show you how they did a little team bonding to come together with some fun and games. Also, we'll take you up to Chicago and give you a sneak peek at the Big Ten Football Media Days. That's all ahead, but for now, thanks for watching. I'm Ryan Baker. We'll see you next week on Oskee 15 Inside Illinois Football. Until then, go Illini.